Awesome, awesome. So welcome back to another video. Yeah, this match was crazy. So I decided I was going to upload it to OBS. It's humans versus, I think they're called Chaos Chosen. Showing how new I am to the game there. But yeah, this this team, it's only 3 matches in. So, and there's something with this team. I wouldn't say I'm the best at Blood Bowl, but whenever I play humans and colour them green, I literally seem to win. I've not lost on the video game yet. But this match was an interesting one. This match was sort of went a little bit differently. So I thought, yeah, stick OBS on, save the replay because there was a lot of mistakes in this match. I made a lot of mistakes, which yeah, I was punished for basically. So I thought, okay, this isn't going to be a masterclass, but it is really going to show people, almost like what not to do. So, what to do and what not to do, because you can learn from watching mistakes as well. So, he won the kickoff, and he chose to receive. The only inducement I picked was an assistant coach. There wasn't much between our team values. He's the Bashir team by a little bit. Chaos Chosen. And yeah, you can see here, this is the defensive lineup I went with. Wow, this is flying. So let's just pause it a moment. In fact, let's not pause it yet. Oh, we should have paused it then. Yeah, so here, straight away, we got... can I zoom in there? Oh, that's so cool. I didn't even know you could do that. So we got change in weather. It was raining straight away. I was kind of happy about that because I thought maybe I'll waste some of these rerolls. He had 3 rerolls. I've got 3 rerolls on Apo because I've won a couple of games prior to this. Was able to pay for them. Other than that, the teams are pretty basic. In fact, I haven't put any skills on anyone other than the Olga. The Olga here has guard. I'm looking at his team. Now, this is one mistake I made, really. I did look over his team at the beginning of the game, but as we were actually playing, I really didn't consider the actual skills that I noticed he had, if that makes sense. So he had block on this guy, mighty blow on this guy, which all through the game, it's like my brain wasn't registering it, and I kept putting people next to him, which was stupid. Wrestle on this guy, a little bit annoying. Tackle on this guy, which I didn't account for that, and that spoilers comes into play later. And this guy, what is that he has? Dirty player +1, yeah. So, and I believe he does try and take advantage of that later in the game a few times, because I think he kind of identifies who my more challenging, but my problematic players are. So, and with the lineup, yeah, I went for a boat because, to be honest, I was just kind of thinking, well, he's not faster than me. If I stay a little bit back and he tries to run down the side, I can pull some men in to kind of do something about it. That was my thought process anyway. So let's see what happens. Oh, and this guy as well. Prior to this, I had 2 wins. I'd only played 2 games. I had 2 wins. And this guy, I think he'd had like 3 games, and he'd had like, I think it was something like 2 losses and a draw. So I was thinking, okay, it's a newish team. Seemed like a newish team and a newish coach. So I thought maybe I've got a chance here. So here you go. Rolls the power straight away. Not great. Rolls another pow. Not great. And yeah, gets the defender stumbles. Not great. He rolled pretty well this game, I have to say. Looks like he paid for the custom assistant coach and dice as well. I haven't paid for anything, mainly because I'm skint. Otherwise, I probably would pay for the wood elves. So here he goes. He goes with the blitz. Another thing I didn't really account for was these strength 4 blitzes. I never really had them in mind when I was lining up, and yeah, it's all a learning curve. So yeah, he fudged the pickup there, and then he used the pro skill to kind of re-roll it. So yeah, because this guy had pro as well. Sorry, didn't mention that. This guy's pro. Or was it pro or leader? No, it was pro. So he used the pro skill to pick it up. Makes sense, because not the end of the world if he loses it there. He's got a little bit of cover, but ideally does want to pick it up, but maybe not burn a reroll so early. So he picks up the ball, which I was a little disappointed about, not going to lie. Now if I were him, I don't know if this is right or wrong, but if I were him, I would have marked some more players. Because you're the bash of your team. And I'm thinking, you didn't really cause me too many issues. He hadn't marked anyone. So I could kind of just now get up, adjust everyone, and position to kind of counter what he's already done. He didn't really put any like flies in my ointment, if you will. So let's see what I do here, because I can't remember that well. So I think I was thinking, okay, let's make the advancement a bit tricky for him. In hindsight, not sure I should have done this here. Now, I outmarked him because I knew that would be difficult for him. So, yeah, I don't think that was such a bad move. And then I just tried to make life difficult for these Chaos Warriors. This guy makes the blitz. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to kind of move in on that guy. And you see there I had to reposition another guy to kind of outnumber them. Yeah, I didn't think that through. I kind of didn't position well, blitzed, and I was like, oh, okay, let's throw another guy in there. And then that just kind of left me these two guys here. I thought, well, let's get the catcher in the back. That's what I like to do. Get the catcher in behind the lines. Now, he might not be like up here, obviously, but now he's got a decision to make. Oh, do I commit somebody back? It makes this approach a little more less appealing. So yeah, I don't think that was bad. And then the throw, I kind of kept the throw here because I thought this could go south here, especially if he's got strength 4 blitzes. So I'm going to want somebody who can just kind of like sweep back if it goes absolutely balls up. And yeah, and like here as well, if somebody comes down the side, I've got another guy I can at least commit. So it's a fairly quick turn, that. So here he is, he's going down that left-hand side. He really seems to favour that this game. So yeah, that's enough to knock me down. Bang. Is he the mighty blow, dude? Oh, he was. So he stunned me, so I got lucky there. Another pow. Yeah, did not do bad with the dice rolls here. That's really annoying when the see this, so annoying. Can we maybe we can change the view a little bit, because it's really, the UI on this game isn't great. Another thing I noticed as well was there was a pretty bad glitch in this game that really could have buggered things up for me. Well, it kind of did, and I had to just react to it and deal with it. You'll see later. Well, you might do. I think I know when it is, so if it doesn't pick it up, I'll just mention it. So there you go, knocks me down again. I'm like flipping it. And block, but they both got block. And then what did he do here? Yeah, he dodged out. So him there, that was it. That was the glitch. So where he dodges here, he dodged out to there, made the dodge, and then when he got to this square, he just kept doing the running animation and didn't move. So I didn't know where he'd gone. I actually thought he was stuck in that square. But then when I start my turn and I highlighted him, I was like, oh, he's not there. I was like, has he just gone off the pitch? But he was actually here. Now bear in mind, when I play now, I can't see this guy. This guy, this Chaos Warrior, is, oh god, I had a bit of a quiver. This Chaos Warrior, oh. He's literally invisible to me. So he's got an invisible strength 4 Chaos Warrior. Like, that's pretty good. Until later on I kind of hover over the square, or I try to move and it says I've got like a tackles, and I'm like, what? And I think that's where I'm like, hold on a minute, there he is. And I kind of suss out where he is. So he does an uphill block here. I don't know why he did that. I don't think that was a good idea. So he gets the skull. I knock him down. Unfortunately, I don't get anything from it. So then, yeah, it kind of opens me up now to... Yeah, this guy, the catcher, I think my first thought is, right, I'm going to put him around the back, and I'm going to put him like... I know, it's like maybe just standing there, or maybe tag someone. I can't remember what I do. We'll see in a minute. So yeah, let's see what happens, and play. Yep. Right, so I didn't mark him, because I think I was like, oh, I don't want to give him a free block. So I outnumber this warrior, which gets me the push. I did it with the guy who blocked, because I thought it's safer. Stand this guy up, stand this guy up. Presume I stand this guy up now, yeah. This guy kind of comes around the back, just in case it all goes balls up. Now, I blitzed here with the ogre. And I think I got a push. Yeah, I did. So I blitzed with the ogre, I got a push. And then, boom. Now here, I think I made a mistake here in hindsight. My thought process was like, okay, well, if I can get in there with the ogre, then he's going to have to start making dodges. It's going to be difficult for him, right? So, but what I wasn't thinking was, he's strength 4. I've got no assists. So he's got a 1 die there. He's got a 2 die there because of him. So I've basically just given him like a free 2 die block on my ogre with Mighty Blow. Like, I was lucky that really didn't affect me over. Like, if I'd have had, God, even if I had that catcher maybe like down here or something, it would have helped the ogre out a lot. But yeah, that was kind of silly in hindsight. Sometimes I'm a bit like, oh, my ogre's got guard, I'll just run him in and cause loads of mayhem, ha 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 ha. And it's like, no, you might just get him murdered. And especially when you consider him, he had Dirty Player. So I'm next to a guy who's got Mighty Blow, and he's next to a guy who's got Dirty Player, and he's outnumbering me on the dice with my ogre. That was silly. I probably would have been better, like, maybe having my ogre here, or it would have been a stretch to get him here, but yeah, that was my first mistake, really. So I moved this block guy over. So obviously I've detected him here now. I must have done something to highlight him. I moved the block guy over, and then I go, right, I'm just going to throw 1 die. I didn't like the fact that it was invisible. I was like, how long is this guy going to stay invisible? I thought, well, an invisible guy sat on his ass is less threatening than an invisible guy not sat on his ass. So I got really lucky, rolled the POW. Bang. KO, baby. So I was like, great, Invisible Man's KO'd. And then when he went into the dugout, he appeared again. So that was one issue dealt with. Now this is on the ogre, yeah. So no brainer, Mighty Blow on the ogre. And I think he rolled. Did he roll both down there? Oh no, he got the push. He gets unlucky with the rolls here, fortunately for me. He does the blitz to try and break through. Makes sense. Not sure I would have done it there, but yeah, he doesn't roll. I don't think he rolls that well at this bit. I can actually. It's crazy you can remember some of these players well. Yeah, he just gets like pushes. Oh, he got a POW there though. No, that was the one I was worried about, because this guy was protecting the sideline. So now it's like boom, opened up. I mean, unfortunately for him, he has kind of. I mean, I don't know. Thinking back, maybe he could have tried that one first. Blitzed him, knocked him down there, and then. Oh, then again, those guys still would have been tied up. So it wasn't completely easy for him. But yeah, that's kind of opened a gap here, which was a little concerning for me. But he didn't really have anyone who could kind of tie up these guys. So I don't think he was too keen to really press. And he gets a push there on the ogre. He used a reroll on it. He was desperate to take down that ogre. I think he was thinking Dirty Player. I think he does eventually knock him down. Yeah, he does. There you go. He had to do it with the Dirty Player though. Which, yeah, he would have been annoyed about. But I got lucky there. I mean, look, he's surrounded the ogre now. He could have gone for a foul there with a ball carrier, but you know, that would have been a big yeah, that would have been a big risk. Right, I'm just gonna have a sip of my drink. So I'm talking 100 miles an hour here. Oh, num 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 num. I didn't realise these replays played so quickly, so let's just adjust the camera a little bit. Move in. Right, so this is my turn 3 now. This is where I make... So I've made a few mistakes really so far. Like I said, half of this is like what not to do. But yeah, I come around the back here, and then I'm like, oh, pressure the ball carrier. Yes, please. I might only be strength 2, but I'm forced him to make some more rolls. Notice he's only got 1 reroll now, so I was thinking, if he can run out of rerolls, maybe I'll get lucky. This guy stands up. This guy moves. Now, I don't know why I moved him there. Unless I'm thinking, oh, well, it's okay, because if he comes down the side, I can still... In hindsight, maybe I should have moved him like there. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Mark that guy. Here, mistake. Straight away, mistake. There you go. I actually used my apple here as well, which isn't a best practice. But I think I was just so frustrated. I didn't notice this guy marking me. And I was too quick. I was like, click, click. And realised I should have clicked and thought about it. Like, I think a lot of Blood Bowl is like taking your time and having patience. And that's really something I'm having to learn. So yeah, I messed it up. And I burnt a reroll because it happened. And I was like, oh, shiz. Well, it's a 3+, maybe I'll get away with it. I didn't. And he got knocked out as well. But I rolled the apple and I think it just stunned him. So there I was like, oh, bollocks. Well, he's got a good chance of scoring now. He blitzes... Who did he blitz there? Oh, he blitzed my catcher. Makes sense, low armor. Then he rolled a double skull, so I was like, get in. That's his last reroll gone. So then I was like, okay, maybe he's just going to get unlucky. Gets the push here, which I was grateful that was just the push. Comes round. I thought he was going to tag that guy, but he doesn't. But then he does, and I'm like, oh, bugger. I was really hoping you wouldn't tag him. Brings the ball carrier around. So the ball carrier is quite well protected now. And I was like, oh, this is going to be a very difficult score to stop. And if you look now, he's tying up all my other players. He got a crap roll there, 4th down. So it works for me. Freed up my ogre as well. So first thing I'm like, right, get the ogre back in there. Bam, bam, bam. And he can assist these guys. Get this guy in here, try and tie him up. Pull some players back, because at this point I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to... It's unlikely now I'm going to get the ball. Well, it's not actually. It's only turn 4. But I was thinking, let's just concentrate on getting the ball off him first. And see what happens. Maybe keep the catcher around here somewhere. So, yeah. So I throw a block on this beastman. I get it. Knock him down. I'm like, okay, that'll do. One less guy to worry about. Didn't roll great there. Then I move into... I don't know if I'm trying to assist the ogre there or what. I'm not really sure why I did that. I didn't really need to. Yeah, so I push this guy away because I think, well, freeze the blocker next turn, blitz or whatever you want to call him. 1 die. Didn't want that because that's just a lineman. But I got the power with a reroll. I was lucky there. So I've got some good rolls myself here, really. Now I was just thinking, okay, put pressure on him. But then, yeah, I threw a both down with the thrower there. And I'm like, right, okay, well, this is his to cock up now. So let's see what he does. Or she. Could be a lady. So blitz, yeah, makes sense. All he really needs is the push. He pushes. Runs the guy into the end zone. Now, I was thinking at this point, okay, he wants to stall. Because why would you not just run? I mean, he could run and hand off, sure. I don't know if the rain would affect that though, but it's just an additional risk. He has no rerolls. I'm like, why would you do that? So, but he does it. Yeah, he does it with a 4+ catch. That is mental. Now that for me, I mean, yeah, it paid off, but it was a handoff. Like, why did you do it? It was a 4+ for the handoff. Surely, like, and I don't know how many movement was. Maybe he could have just got away with a rush, or maybe he didn't even need to rush. Why did he do it? He had no rerolls. So that was crazy to me. I was like, so oh, this is what we're dealing with. Okay, interesting. I was frustrated at this point. I'm not gonna lie, because I kind of felt like I'm gonna be honest. I felt like I was the better player, and I just made some really dumb moves. So I was like, right, come on. If we pull it back for a draw, it's just a learning curve. You know, if we win, great. But I wasn't thinking I was going to win at this point. I was thinking, do you know what? I'll be looking for a draw at this point, because I've not all these players are back on the pitch. The only good thing was like, right, he scored early, so this gives me a chance to really get in there and do something about it. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, I went in with the blitzer here because I thought he's got block, he'll get 2 dice just like the ogre. I think the ogre would get 2, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, he would have got, I actually would have got a 3 die block with the ogre. Silly me. But yeah, I went with the blitzer because of the block. I need to check the odds on that and see what's better, but yeah, because ideally with the big guys, you want to be going for 3 die blocks. I don't really do much of that in this game, though, I'm not going to lie. Practice what you preach, jeez. But I was trying to play it safe because I was worried that I wouldn't be able to pick up the ball here, even with the reroll, because of the rain. Because unfortunately, the rain has persisted. So let's see. Boom. He had wrestle there and he didn't choose it, which I was like, oh, okay. So bang, blitz this guy. I'm not actually sure what my thought process was to blitzing him there. Oh, it's because this guy was marked, so I wanted to pull him back to kind of protect the ball. Moved another blitzer in here. Again, not okay. That's a little bit better. I thought, okay, let's outnumber him, so he has to, because bear in mind he's got no rerolls here. So I'm thinking if I can just make him roll some dice. Got a push there. I stayed back. So now I was like, okay, I didn't get the pickup initially, but I've got sure hands, so it worked. Then I came around here and I was like, right, okay. So yeah, he can blitz through here, sure, but he's not going to reach him. And then this guy would have to dodge or make some kind of block hit. So I was like, yeah, I'm pretty confident the ball is protected at this point. So now you can see my catcher is here. I didn't catch when I moved him. I must have done it earlier. No pun intended. But I think my thought process was, right, because bear in mind, when I was playing this, I was kind of looking at it from the other side. Obviously, your team's always here. So it's kind of weird to be seeing it from this angle. But I think in my head, I was looking here. I was like, can I make a gap here? He kind of spread his Chaos Warriors quite well here, I must say. Like, he didn't do such a bad job defensively. I was thinking, can I get through here and then pin down these guys? It doesn't, spoil it, it sort of doesn't work out like that, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I did pull him back because I thought, okay, if he does get through, who knows? Cover myself. Makes the blitz there. Gets the pay, which was a bit frustrating for me because I was like, great, now there's a gap. And he got the KO, yeah, which was extra annoying. So let's just clarify this here. He's got a Beastman here. He's my Ogre, Beastman. And so, yeah, my Ogre's kind of in no man's land here. Yes, he would get a 2 guy on these guys, but Yeah, I probably would rather have the ogre here with some support, maybe defensively speaking. Um, so yeah, it's tricky. But now this guy's through. This guy's got a tackle zone, yeah, but look at that. So I think I was looking here and thinking, right, he's going to run through here. And to me, I can't remember if this is what he did or not, but to me, this is what I would do. I would probably run through here just to put some pressure on the ball carrier. Because bear in mind, these guys have got a strength 4 blitz. And then I would keep some guys back here just to cover in case it goes wrong. You got your Chaos Warrior here kind of marking this dude. Run through here. I mean, you might even back him up with one Chaos Warrior and then put a Goat Man. What are they called? Goat? A Beast Man. Like, say here or something just to cover your back. But then again, you do have to bear in mind there's a catcher there. Some people don't rate catchers. I actually think they're great. Movement 8, for me, is insane. It's insane. That's so fast for a human team. You wouldn't... I think people underestimate human teams and they just think, oh yeah, catchers are just crap gutter runners. You could argue that's the case, sure. But they're still really good. They are still really good, especially if you skill them up. Like, people underestimate them and they leave gaps. Like, a 3+ dodge is still good. To a Skaven player, it might be garbage, it might be scary, or to an elf player, but to a human player, that's a viable option. And this is what I love about humans, like, everything's viable, you can adapt your play. As this game went on, I'm not going to lie, I think initially I was thinking, oh, let's see how the bash goes, because if I get a few removals, maybe I can just grind it out. But as the game went on, I started getting the feel of, yeah, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to, like, outpass him, outmaneuver him. But because I'm humans, I can do that. Oh, so he does do what I would have done. He doesn't go for it, which I think is smart because he's got no rerolls. He puts another Beastman through and commits. I don't know if I would have done that, to be honest. He's 1-0 up. I would have just left the one guy through to cause issues with a blitz potentially and force me to pull some guys back. So I actually think he overcommitted there. But you might disagree with me, and that's fine. Stick it in the comments. Yeah, so he gets, like I say, he didn't get. He got enough in his rolls in this game, I think. He rolled well with his blocks. So yeah, he dodged out. He's dodged out there, which was smart, to be fair. He did it as his last move because he was thinking, well, I can only think he's thinking, if he gets into my backfield, I'm in trouble. So I saw this and I was a bit like, that's a problem. And when you look at this guy's potential movement, it really is a problem. So let's see what happens. Right, so what did I do here? Trying to remember what I did. I think it was this guy blocking the... Yeah, this blitzer blocking the goat dude. I think I was trying to free up the ogre. But I don't think I fully factored in he was still marked by the Chaos Warrior, if I remember correctly. This guy had wrestle, but I got enough. I got the defender stumbles. I stayed put. I got KO. Brilliant. So yeah, because what I did was... So there. Initially I moved this guy, because this guy was marking this dude, preventing him getting a decent block roll. So I moved this guy in to cover him, right? Let's see what happens when you go back a turn. Here we are. I was always thinking, pass this guy and get him through. I did something wrong here, because I was thinking, clear a path through for this dude. But when I made the handoff, I should have made the handoff from like here, or even here. I think here, obviously. Here, or here. I think with the ideal squares. I did it from here, thinking I was being clever, making my guy further forward. But then what I actually did was to force this guy to have to make some dodges to get through. So you'll see in a minute. So yeah, we got the KO. So yeah, catcher gets to re-roll his catches. Handoff is a free. I think it's a 3+. Yeah, 3+ with a re-roll. Oh, did I get the modifier for pouring rain? Yeah, 3+ -1 actually. I didn't factor that in, but hey, it worked. So now my catcher's got the ball right. So I'm like, all right, now I just need to get through, and I'm like, oh shite. And I was thinking about this for a bit. See, it doesn't. Obviously, the replay doesn't show you sitting there going like, but I caused myself some issues, and I think my option, if I remember right, I'll probably go here, because then just need a 3+ out of there, and then go down here. I think that's what I did. But let's see. I ended up going for it, yeah, and I was like, okay, that worked. So then I was like, do I go for it? Can't remember if I did or not. Looks like I didn't. I think I was thinking, well, I had no rerolls. And I think I was getting caught either way. So then the ogre thinks, right, tie up this dude. I think I used the blitz here as well, so this was a good idea. Because I used the blitz on this guy, bang. And then I go, right, mark this guy. So now I'm thinking, right, well, if you want to stop this guy now, you have to make a dodge. You have to dodge out. This was my thought process, right? Boom. Straight away, dodges out, fails, no rerolls. Onto my turn. So I'm like, right, that'll ding dang do. Bang, 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 bang. One space away, scoring turn 8, ideal. Mark these guys out with the ogre. Throw some pretty much, not free blocks, but, you know, as good as you're going to get. Bang, got a stun. Got a push, not great, but you might as well take it. I left this guy here. I left that guy there because essentially I was like, well, if he stands up, he's going to get surfed. I could try and dodge him out, but it's only worth doing that at the end of your turn. I don't even think I'd bother. I think I'd just leave him there. Got the knockdown on this guy, great. So I did issue a bit of pain here. Thrower assists, lineman assists, 2 die. Unfortunately, didn't get anything there. Stay where I am, because I'm like, well, he's got a 1 die block now, which is not ideally what I'm going to do. I got a skull, yeah, that sucked, but really, he's not going to stop me from scoring at this point. So he blitzes over here. So that's it, I've scored now, basically. He pushes me away. Now, I don't know if he tries to get at my ogre here. I think he does. Yeah, he does. He doesn't quite do it. So my ogre's like a bit of a target for him in this game is one thing I noticed, and I understand it. Like, he had guard, like he was legitimately causing some issues. So yeah, so he throws a block over here with his Chaos Warrior. Boom. Ouchie. KO. I was like, oh, well, that sucks. Because now my KOs are racking. I've got 2 KOs. So I was really hoping I got them back. Then he fouls the guy. Luckily, I got away with it. But it was just... See, to me, that was like... Okay, and then I score. But yeah, he fouled. And I'm like... You just risked a Beastman to do that. Like, surely, statistically, that wasn't worth it. Anyway, luckily, I get all my KOs back. Unfortunately, he gets all his KOs back. This was one of those games where just, like, nobody stayed KO'd. So then we're into second half. It's 1-1, and I'm receiving. So I'm like, oh, okay. Then potentially, like I can legitimately win this, you know. You know, 2-1, ideally. So he lines up. I think he goes with the same formation as before. I think he does. Or he just changes things around a little bit. Pretty sure I go... No, I change it now. You see, the wings, I move them forward because I'm like, ah. Now, maybe I was a little bit too aggressive here. I don't know. Weather changes, so I'm like, bloody brilliant. The ball lands here. So I'm like, to be honest, it probably would have been better further back. Yeah, because I'd not really... Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard to predict where the ball's going to go. Well, mainly because you can't read minds. You know, if your opponent's got kick, he's got a lot of control over it. But like I say, you can't read minds. And if he's not got kick, you don't know where it's going to go anyway, because it's very random. So I start doing the same blocks that I started with on the last turn. Well, you know, the last drive. Cover the ball. Blitz this guy away. Basically kind of mirrored what I did the last half. But then I kind of covered the ball. Now I went for a cage here. I was like, cage it. Just cage it up. So there you go. And then, yeah, no, the catcher. Right, so, again, failed the pickup, but sure hands to the rescue. Succeeded with it. The catcher I left here, because I was like, I don't want him here. Because he's potentially going to get blitzed. I mean, he could have got blitzed here. He would have needed to go for it, but at least I'm forcing him to roll something. Would it have been smarter to put the catcher further back? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I put him here. Now my thought process was, have the cage here, distract his attention, because I was getting the vibe at this point that this guy wasn't really considering all the plays that I could make. So I thought, if I leave myself options here, which is another great thing you can do with humans, then there's always going to be the potential to score, especially with somebody who's not ready for you to change your method of play. This guy just seems to play one style of play, which is, you know, get on a beastman, go down the side, and just cover his back, which is fine. You know, if that works, you can legitimately win a lot of games like that. But I prefer a bit more versatility and unpredictability. And this is a pretty solid cage here as well. I threw a block here because I thought, well, it's a 2 dice, let's just see what happens. Okay, if we can knock anyone down, great. Move this guy to what I felt like was a better position. So he surprised me here because I thought he was going to go in on my cage and really try to break it, but he sort of like, he went in at the side here. Did he get a knockdown? I think he did. Yeah, he didn't follow me up. And then he just like ran back and was like, your move, bitch. And I was like, like, interesting. So now I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm going to put another guy here. So even after not putting him there that last turn, I then put him there. But I think at this point I was thinking, he's just waiting to see what I do, so why don't I just set up so I've got options. So I covered myself here. I think at some point I might have moved somebody into the middle, and I left myself options here. I thought, let's see if we can stretch him. Mainly because my catcher is fast. Like, the fastest guy on the pitch, easily. I mean, what are Chaos Warriors? I mean, they're 5. They're pretty slow. These guys are 6, so I'm 2 more movement than these guys. So, let's see anyway. So I moved the Ogre in. Now that, in hindsight, was a mistake again. This is where I make another mistake. Mighty Blow. Oh, I'll just put the Ogre right next to him. With an assist. I'm like, what are you doing? All that Beastman needs to do is come round. He's got 2 die on my Ogre with Mighty Blow. I'm like, what are you doing? But in my mind, I am too impulsive sometimes, and I think, oh, I've got guard. Oh, just walk him in here and it'll be fine. You know, and the Ogre, yeah, strength 5 is great, but yeah, like if you're a tree man, what I'm doing here would be a lot more effective. Because even if they had I'd still armor 11, you know what I mean? But yeah, I was a little silly here. Now I brought the Blitzer in because I was thinking, don't come around the side at me. So I think when the guy saw me, he was like, what are you doing? I basically moved my cage further down the side. In fact, I think what I was thinking was, okay, maybe I can, like, open myself up an option here, right? I think this is what I was thinking at the time. But then have him think, oh, shit, it's going to come down the side. And then I thought, he's going to think that, and then I'm going to go, bang, to the capture. So that was my plan. Ah, okay, so I did hit this guy, okay, which didn't make it as easy against the Ogre. But then I ran away. I ran away because I was scared of anyone coming in here and breaking the cage. I'm like, why? I had plenty of support. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think that was the best move. So then I start really reinforcing this side. And the middle even more. And then I'm like, right. So now I'm like, right, your move. Now, what I didn't really obviously expect him to do, or I wouldn't put the ogre there, is this, basically. He's like, right, I'm going to take your ogre out. He lines him up. Where's his dirty player, dude? I think he goes for him with a dirty player. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no, that's the wrestle guy. So, right, he's not completely daft. Because he's got... Where's his dirty player? Did I KO him? I might have KO'd him. Oh, no, I didn't. Right, so this is his dirty player. So I think he comes with a dirty player to foul the ogre. Makes sense, you got dirty player, use it. Mighty blows my ogre with this guy. Makes sense, you got mighty blow. I set myself up for it, which is stupid. Guy with tackle, he runs him back. So at this point, I think he's like, oh, you're not going to do me again. You're not going to do me again. I'm going to bring this guy back. Yeah, all right, brilliant. But one fatal mistake, because I remember now, I was like looking at the position and I was like, okay, I see what you're doing. Why did you put him here? Why did you put him here? You can't reach. All I need to do is go on these side two. I think it's like these side two ones I was looking at. I was like, you can't touch me. You can't touch me. Even if you can just about mark me, I've got a very good chance of dodging out and scoring. So I was like, that was foolish. If he'd have moved into like here, yeah, you're laughing, mate. Well, not laughing, but it would have made it harder for me. So then he comes in, fells the ogre. I'm really lucky, he just gets a stun. He throws a pow here, which was a little frustrating because he did make things a bit more difficult for me. But then that was it. That was his turn. So I'm like, right, stand that guy up. And then roll to try and... I was trying to free up the catcher, essentially. Bang. Catcher's freed up. Bring this guy down. Because now I'm thinking... Now I can remember what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking, I want to pass with the thrower to the catcher. At the time, I didn't really measure the distance, I'll be honest. In hindsight, probably do that in future. But I was setting up for that play before I kind of knew how far it would be. So another minor mistake here, but I thought, look, if I lose the ball around here, I need to make sure I have some recovery ability. So here I go in on blitz here. I get enough. I think I followed him up. I'm not sure if that was the best decision. I mark out that Chaos Warrior to get a 2-die on him. A double pow. Wow. First time I've rolled that whole game. Bang. Right, here we go. And now I'm like, right, put this guy back because I can see this going wrong, right? But I had rerolls. Well, I got built-in rerolls with the thrower and the catcher. So now I do it. So he makes 2 go for it, the pass and the catch. And look at that. That is sick. 2 to make the rush, just. Then a 6, then a 5, then a 6. So I absolutely smashed that. And now I'm like, right, okay. Now we have some options available to us, right? Well, an option available to us. The option I was kind of looking for. So, bang. Now, I wasn't planning to dodge out there, but I had to. I had to because, yeah, I had to cut through that tackle zone to get as far as I could because I think, well, I didn't have to actually. I could have run round, but I was literally like, look, get as much distance as possible, make the dodge. So that's what I did. Some would say it's an unnecessary risk, but I really wanted to. I thought, if I can rush as far as I can, I was like, I've got 3 rerolls. Like, I can reroll both these rushes if I have to. Like, I've got a very good chance of making them. So now I'm here. And he can't get to me. This beastman can get to me. So I was worried about this guy, and I was worried about this guy because they've got a strength 4 blitz essentially. So I knocked this guy down, which I was like, great. There's one less guy to worry about. Your turn. So now he's like, right, I need to stop this guy. You know, or we're going to go 2-1 down. So you can see here, he's outnumbering me because he's probably thinking, well, I might as well batter this guy if I can. If I get the chance. Makes sense. Knocks that guy down, which was a shame. I would have liked him standing. Oh, but then he felled my ogre. So actually, yeah. And then he got sent off, right. So I was like, oh, big mistake, mate. Big mistake. So he basically gave himself a turnover. So I start this turn and I'm like, well, I've guaranteed scored. Do I throw some hits first with my guys on the floor? Now, I don't know what. I'm guessing he wasn't. He thought, right, you've scored. I can't do anything about it. He could have tried to dodge out and stop me, but he chose to go for the foul on the ogre instead. Maybe he's thinking, well, if I remove the ogre, you know, he's basically neutered me. But he doesn't do it. I stand the ogre up. I think I stand a few guys up first. And then I'm like, nah, walk at him. Boom. 2-1, the Friedenreich Frogs. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Catch had been a beast so far in this game. Yep. So we've got everyone back. He does have a guy sent off, but he had an extra player anyway on the bench, so he's not even a man down. Lineups are the same. Straight in there. I kick to him. Brilliant coaching. I get an extra reroll, which is awesome. He picks up straight away, which I was like, oh, damn. Wanted you to burn a reroll there. Now this goes very similar to how it did his first half. Oh, apart from that double skull. That sucked for him. So he burns a reroll there. I was like, okay, nice. No, I don't. I'll be honest. I don't think I defended. Like, don't want to spoil anything, but I defended the shit here. I feel like I did. He comes down this side, and he's very aggressive. I think he's thinking, right, I need to score. I need to score. So he's very aggressive here, and to be honest, I struggled with it. He really committed to this side, which is what he did in the first half. So, and you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do you know what I mean? He scored against me there. Yeah, I made a silly mistake, but he really... Look at that defensive wall he's got going on there. So I stand these guys up, and I think I'm thinking at this point, like, oh, I really could do my ogre over there right now. So I run a guy back. I shouldn't have done that. I don't think I should have marked him there. I should have just kept him back as an option. I put him there just to put some pressure on. I try and mark this guy out just to get a free block. Pow. Didn't get anything from it. And then, a blitz just so I could move a guy back there. So I thought, well, okay, I'll mark each guy here. This isn't the worst. I remember really having to think about this move, like how to get the best dice. And yeah, I didn't do too well. Yeah, I re-rolled there, luckily, and got what I needed. That extra re-roll helps a little bit there. Assistant coaches aren't too shabby. So yeah, I pushed him away because I was like, well, let's just give the guy free. Because sometimes, you know, you think you've got everyone marked. Oh, this guy's getting blitzed. Right, so I didn't think that through. See, I set him up for that. That was silly. I mean, you could argue he would have been blitzed either way. But yeah, maybe I should have... I don't know. Hindsight's a bitch. But yeah. This guy gets powed over. I think he follows it up. Yeah, he does. And that's the thing on this team. I'm not going to build this team like a standard human team. I'm thinking, well, I've called them the Frogs. So I'm going to try and get like a ton of wrestling jump up. I'm basically going to be like gnomes on steroids. that was my plan. So, because I did get some decent SPP from the game on this, on the catcher, and I think I ended up giving him wrestle, and I was like, right, next I'll get jump up, because even when he's on the floor, because he's moving 8, he can still move 5. You know, so yeah, Anyway. Who's that on? Yeah, so I get a bit battered here in the middle. He gets stunned. I'm like, great. Not good. Luckily, I still have a full team on the pitch, though. Like, I did well there, really. I've got Halfling on the bench. He's literally just there to fill out the numbers, because I do not like having less than 11 men. Unfortunately, that's just the reality in Blood Bowl you have to face sometimes. So he makes the rush. He uses a reroll. No, he went... What did he do? He went for the pass. He went for the pass. So let's see that again, right? He went for the pass. I was like, why are you doing that? Why don't you just protect the ball? You've got the whole half. So this is where I'm like, okay, he's not making the best decisions either, really, here. This is two players not making the best decisions, but I think some of his decisions, like, mine, when I think about them, I'm like, yeah, it's just a dumb move. But it's like he legitimately was like, no, I'm going to run, I'm going to pass it to him. I'm like, I don't know why he did that. He botches it. And, yeah, spills the ball. But, like, what was the odds on that? What did he need? Rush success, rush failure. Uses a reroll on the rush. So now, like, he's got no rerolls. He's used all his rerolls already. That's insane. But I get it. He didn't want to lose the ball there. I get it. I do. But he had it fairly well protected. You know, but why did you didn't need to rush. Why are you rushing at this point? You're playing like me. Don't play like me. That's bad. That's very bad. So, Rampant Mutation uses a team roll. What is Rampant Mutation? I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the name of the player. I thought it was like a rule or something. Yeah, makes the rush after reroll. Quick pass, inaccurate. So he did a 4+. That was a 50-50. He uses another reroll on the pass. Gets a 5. Catch, 3+. Rolls a 2. Botches it. Bounce. Catch, 3+. -1 because it's bouncing. Failure. So that was a 50-50. So you could argue he was a little bit unlucky not to be holding on to the ball. Because to be fair, maybe he was thinking, if I can just hold the ball here. But that was a 50-50. I don't get it. That was like too risky. But at the time, maybe he was thinking, yeah, I've got rerolls. Probably wasn't expecting to burn one on the rush. So yeah, I knocked the Mighty Blow guy down. Have that. That was one of the few smart things I did this game. I threw a 1 die here, because I think I was just desperate to get on the ball, and I figured I've got block. Luckily it paid off. Plus I had rerolls. So I was like, well, he's got no rerolls, and I've got rerolls, so... You know, at that point, I do start taking some more risks. Because I'm thinking, if I can break his drive now, that's game, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think I just... Was this with the Ogre? Yeah, I just pushed him away. And then I tried to free up a guy, but I do exactly what I did before. And again, I don't think I defend very well. It's as simple as that. So let's see what he does here. Was that the blitz? No, it was just a block. Okay. I think it was just a block. We KOs him. So I was like, okay. That was big. Because now I'm really outnumbered here. Bang. Another KO, and I'm like, okay. This fight, I was like, okay. Well, I'm in trouble. He brings it to that. I can't remember. Does he score? Yeah. So he does it. He stood there for a while. I think he was like, do I score now? And he ended up going for it. So I was like, bloody hell, man. I just felt, I'm not going to lie, I just felt quite unlucky there. But at the same time, I set that situation up to happen. So you can't entirely blame the dice rolls. I only got 1 guy back. That's why I have the halfling on the bench. Because I don't like being a man down. So basically, right now here, I was like, right, I'm going to set up the same but different, if that's such a thing. I was like, let's get the catch as forward as I can. And I think I was thinking, get someone here. And then worst case scenario, I can pick up the ball. I can maybe hand off and then pass the catcher, or pass and then hand off to the catcher. In hindsight, again, I'm making another mistake here. I probably should have... No, actually, I couldn't. I was going to say I should have handed off first because the catcher's got more chance. No, that doesn't even make sense, does it? No, I didn't do anything wrong. Didn't do anything wrong all game. Oh, bollocks. Right, you see what I mean here. So my throw was KO'd. I think that was my issue. My throw was KO'd, and I thought, oh, jeez. Right, I need a bit of luck here then. Because 3+ just seems to never work for me on its own. So we get an extra turn, and I'm like, okay, not bad. Push him away. Not the best, but not the worst. Then down the middle, bam, knock him down, and I did follow that up. Yeah, then I pressed the ogre. I was thinking pressing on this side, move the halfling in here just to tie someone up for the sake of it. I picked up the ball. I got lucky there. Then I make the pass to this guy. Now that was risky. Pick up 3+ success. Quick pass. 4+. Accurate. Got lucky there. Catch. 3+. Not bad. But I had rerolls. I was like, okay, it's a reroll. So 75% chance to throw it. Plus a 3+ catch. 66%, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully I don't have to use rerolls on both. But if I do, it's still a good chance. Then I'm thinking, hand off to this guy. Get down the pitch. I don't think this guy saw this coming. I don't think he did. He couldn't have done anything about it anyway because I set up second. But he left a gap down the side again. And it's like, I punished you for that before. I punished you down the middle. Well, I came through the middle and came over here and down the side. And then I came down the other side for the other touchdown. So it's like, you need to be covering your sides, mate. But I will admit, he recovers quite well. Spoilers, but he does recover quite better than I expected. But this was me kind of thinking, no, I need to score. And yeah, it kind of, I didn't feel like I could hold off. You know, I was like, oh, I'm a guy down. And he wasn't a guy down, and he was bashy. So to me, I was like, oh no. I wasn't thinking, yeah, but I do have a little bit more agility than this guy, so technically we're still even. But let's see what happens. So yeah, I go for the handoff. Yoink. Now, I went in front of him again here, but I did that because I wanted this guy to be able to recover better next turn, if that makes sense. As in, if he needs to go down and support that catcher or tie someone up, you know, he's an extra square forward. So then, bang! Use both the rushes, why not? Got 3 rerolls. Now, at this point, I'm like, right, you can reach me, so I need to tie you up. You can reach me. There's a lot of guys that can reach me. So I kind of come round and I'm like, dum, and I go there. Now, in hindsight, was that the best position to go? I could have gone there, and then he would have struggled to get to me. He would have had to use an extra rush. He would have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he could have still got me with a rush. So don't write in the comments, was this the best move to make here? I'm not entirely sure it was. I think I had more options available to me. Or I could have like backed him up. Yeah, it's a weird one. So then I run this guy around and I'm like, right, okay, well at least this guy can't assist against him. I mean, they're both strength 4 blitzes anyway, so they're both a massive threat in terms of this guy. Again, like, you know, comment if you think I could have done that better. So yeah, here I'm like, well, let's knock some people down. We've got some free blocks, bang. Always take, if you got 3 blocks that are well in your favour, I just say take them. I think that's genuinely good advice. So yeah, I stunned him, I was like, that's nice. And then I followed up and thought, right, let's just, even though my guys might get pounded, let's just force him to make some rolls. Because bearing in mind, he's got no rerolls again. No rerolls. So I'm like, let's make him make some rolls. Because if he turns over, that's big. So he gets back here. He gets back with that guy. Now, I was thinking, oh, he's just going to blitz with one guy. But he goes back, and what he does is he gets the assist, so he gets the free die. I wasn't thinking about the free die here at all. I wasn't factoring in the fact that, I love the catcher, but he's strength 2. I mean, that sucks donkey balls. Especially against strength 4 opponents. One assist and it's a free die. And if they've got block or something, and you've not got skills to counter that. So I get why he did this. He covers, so he must, if I remember right, he must blitz with maybe like this guy. But he's covering anyone kind of coming back and recovering the situation. So this was a good play, I thought. So bam, knocks that guy down. Why not? He got a 2 die on him. Ah, right. So I didn't see that. So he blitzes with this guy. He must have dodged out there then, because I had him marked. And again, I think this guy, he did make some smart moves here that, I'm hasty and might not, if I'm being honest, I might not necessarily have done myself because I'm not thinking things through enough. This guy's got tackle. So he's thinking, if I can blitz with the guy with tackle, even if I just get a push, I can eliminate his dodge ability. And I didn't factor that in. I wasn't even thinking, that guy's got tackle, I want to stay. I wasn't at all, I'll be honest. So he dodges out there, he makes the dodge. So I was like, bugger. Then he gets the free die, picks the both down, because well, why not? You just took the ball off me. You pretty much stopped me from scoring. He got the stun, because he got the armor break. So at this point, I'm like, well, this isn't good. Let's see if we can, clear the pitch a little bit. And I remember, as I'm knocking these guys down, I'm thinking, how do I score here? Because my immediate option, if not, knocked out, would be dodge out, pick up, re-roll, score. Easy, right? But I'm stunned. I can't do anything with him this turn. So now I'm thinking, right, get some guys down to support. I just need to pressure him. I failed the rush. I re-roll it. I had to fail one eventually. Rolled enough of them this game. I did have some decent luck this game. It wasn't terrible. So did he in terms of some of his block dice. But he did roll a couple of double skulls though. I don't think I rolled any. I rolled 1 skull earlier, I think. So I marked this guy because I'm like, I don't want to give him options to kind of counter. Although at this point, with that far in, it's like he's probably not going to score. He's playing for the draw at this point, really, I think. Unless, if you could get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think he could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he could technically score, but he's got no rerolls, so it's unlikely. But I'm I want the win here because I'm thinking, mate, you're only in this situation because I made some dumbass moves. Although he would probably be saying the same on his side, to be fair. So I've marked here. I'm like, well, I've got this warrior marked out. Yeah, he's going to stand up and cause me some problems. But let's just get people in and see what happens. So he comes in here. He throws the blitz. I was surprised he didn't try and pick up the ball. But maybe he just thought it's too much of a risk if it fails. Knocks him down. Basically batters my blitzers. So it's like, whoa, okay. This isn't good. And I'm thinking, well, that's it. It's a draw. It's a draw. Because I'm looking at the situation and I'm like, he's got everyone marked. Yeah, I can knock some guys back and probably run this guy down. Get a bit of support. But he's stunned. He's an option to blitz. I think one of these guys was an option to... But one of these guys, I think, I went for the blitz with. Well, I'm like, other than that, I can't... I've got guys on me everywhere. And not only that, it's like, can't go around here. Don't think he had enough movement to do it. And then you got to consider the tackle zones, right? and all the dodges you've had to make. So I thought my only option is bang, 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 bang. I was like, well, that's not happening. He rolls a skull here. So I'm like, okay, interesting. Would that have made a difference to the outcome of the game? I don't know, if I'm being honest. But it's interesting to think about. So, let's see. So I'm like, right, clear out this area, see if I can free up some players. I don't think I did the best job of this. I was like, right, well, now he's, like, he's in the same situation as before. It doesn't change anything for that guy. So I think the blitz isn't an option for him here, unless I was to back him up, and then I'd probably only get a 1 die. So I can't actually remember what I do here. Also, I go for a 1 die on the Beastman. And I'm like, right, let's just... I was hoping to knock him down, obviously. Did I re-roll that? I don't think I did. I didn't either. But I think I was like, look, if I get a skull now, it's game over. So I push. So now I'm looking at this and I'm like, flipping heck. It looks like, you know, we're going to have a first draw here. Because, God, I was like, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought. So I'd have had to, right, dodge out. That'd be a 3+, right? And a 3+ to pick up the ball, because fortunately, I did take it. So that blitz was kind of crucial just to kind of take a guy off the ball, I guess. So it wasn't terrible. So 3+ to that, 3+ to pick up the ball. You can move into there for free. Then you got to roll a 4+, because that's -1. Then you got to roll another 4+, because it's -1. Then you got to roll a 3+ to score. So I think I was doing the math on this at the time. It's got like a little calculator app. I think it was like 5%. So I was like, right, let's just throw some blocks. And at this point, this guy's thinking, well, that's it. It's game. So here we are. I fail. I literally failed the first dodge. I was like, oh, I got 1 reroll. I failed the first dodge. So what I basically went for it. I went, failed the first dodge. Rerolled it. Touchdown, baby! No, that guy must have been raging. I was like, that catcher, absolute MVP, legend. I did the math, it was like 5%. Give or take a percent, it was like 5% success rate. So yeah, that was... Let's watch that again from... Let's watch it again from my angle. I was like, oh, fucking hell. I remember going, fuck's sake. And I was like, what? Amazing. 3-2. What a game of Blood Bowl. Now, time for my final mistake. This is my final mistake here. I left guys forward. This guy, I was thinking, you know, playing online to playing in real life, I find is very different. Online, people are a bit more bitter. I don't know. It's a good thing there's not a chat function, but I felt like this guy was like, right, that's it. I'm just going to fail your most valuable player. I left these guys forward. I should have put everyone back, put the halfman on the front and maybe a couple of linemen. But I was such an idiot. And he lined up my ogre. Basically what he does here is he lines up my ogre to get hit with the dirty player +1. I think even... Did he go... He didn't mighty blow on my ogre, which was interesting. But maybe he's thinking, oh, if I can block him down, I don't know. No, I don't think he's thinking that, because that guy didn't have block. So... But you can see he's like, right, well... I knew it. I thought, he's gonna... He wants to kill my ogre now. He wants blood. He's angry at that. But he 5% touchdown. So he's surrounding me and I'm like, oh, I'm literally just clenching my arse cheeks right now. And I'm like, fuck, no! But yeah, he only gets a stunned. So in fact, let's see what he got here. 6 plus 4 plus 3 success. So he broke it anyway. He uses fixed skull. 6 plus 1 stunned. So I got lucky there that he only got a stun, basically. I wouldn't have been bothered about a knockout, obviously, at that point. It doesn't mean anything, but, you know, if he did bloody injured him, or even worse, killed him, and obviously that's what he was going for, so... Anyway, yeah, so he's going for a pass here, isn't he? He's trying to get some SPP. Don't know why he went for one so long. I would have gone for a shorter one. So again, like, this game is just like... Yeah, it was just full of, like, bizarre plays. I don't want to quit the game. How do you go back to main menu? There you go. Yeah, it was just full of bizarre plays. Absolutely full of them. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, you know, this guy's gold rank, so I presume, you know, he's played with other teams, and then... I know gold's not, like, the highest rank ever, but... well, the ladder's all over the place, let's be honest. But I felt like he didn't play like his rank suggested. And I think that's what happens a lot of the time. I didn't play like my rank suggested. I made some silly mistakes. You know, I played this last night at about 11 o'clock at night. I was like, oh, just have a quick game. And I wasn't 100% switched on. So yeah, I made some stupid mistakes. Stupid placement with that ogre. I don't know how that ogre got out of that game alive or not knocked out. I put him in harm's way so many times, and I got away with it. I got away with that final touchdown. I gave him pretty much a free touchdown first half. Yeah, I could have. You know what? I could have easily been really punished on my mistakes there, and I think what happened is he punished me on my mistakes, and he didn't think ahead to, like, oh, what's he going to do? How am I going to cover defensively? And I punished that. And then when it came down to it, to be fair, maybe a draw, 2-2 would have been a fairer result. But, you know, this is Blood Bowl, and sometimes magic happens in the form of a catcher making a 5% touchdown. He got a hat-trick. It's ridiculous. He got 11 SPP from that game. So him and my thrower, they leveled up. Yeah, because I think the thrower got 4. You can see I got 4. So I think I gave the thrower... Isn't that weird? It shows the leader skill in him there. He didn't have that at that point. So it literally shows the skills that you've currently got. Isn't that weird? There's lots of odd things it does. It needs a little more polish, this game. Still fun, though. But yeah, so I gave the thrower leader, because, like, well, extra reroll in it. And I gave the catcher wrestle, which I know some people might not agree with, but I wanted to go for, like, a jump up wrestle kind of team to go with, like, the frogs theme. So I feel I've got enough block. I've got 4 guys with block. I've got a big guy in there. Usually I put more guard on my team, but I think I might just leave it on the ogre. So yeah, anyway. That's a relatively quick match report. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Comment where you think I could have made better plays, or where my opponent could have made better plays, or where you just think I'm wrong about what I said. I mean, I'm relatively new to Blood Bowl, so, you know, this is like, I wouldn't even call it an idiot's guide. But yeah, it's just my thoughts and feelings on the match, basically. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you again next time. Bye.